citizens. Excuse me. How's your spirit? Mine, peace. I hope y'all can hear me okay. I don't have my Bluetooth in. Um, it's Thursday. I just thought I'd check in and see what's going on in your world. Because I don't know when's the last time we sat and smoked a blunt together. It's been an interesting few days. I've just been thinking about what I'm gonna say, how I'm gonna say it, how I'm gonna take it. It's been a crazy couple of years, right? Living in the hellmouth of the South. Y'all, it doesn't feel as dark and heavy as it did when I first got here, like it did in Memphis. That's why, in some ways, I know I gotta go back to Memphis. Although I feel like I slayed that demon from here. Things I spoke about a couple years ago just now starting to come out and come to fruition. I still haven't seen it yet. I can feel it. It's a tension, more than just Mercury in retrograde kind of thing. Full moon energy. It's recognition of guilt. The devil's always been in the details. You may not be the most important thing in the world to you. So when karma comes for you, it comes for the thing that's most important to you. This is why sometimes we lose children unexpectedly. I'm not saying that's everybody's story, just some people's. Cheers. So I think it's, it's got to be difficult to be sheep, to do the same thing over and over again, knowing what you're going to see. It's 2023. You're either a willing sheep or there is no or. You're still sheep. Just because you choose to be. For some people, it's in their mind easier than recognizing the power in the Most High and the freedom that it brings. They think freedom is being able to say anything, do anything, be all types of mean. I, it makes you temporarily free. It's a loose tongue. Loose tongues lead to loose lips. Loose lips sink ships. And right about now, a lot of people's ships are sinking. I find myself fascinated by the things that used to irritate me. You still can't call me just anything. It's just, I see people for who they are now. So they never really get that close. They never really get that chance to. Unman me, so to speak. I could still be surprised. So that's not it. You can't get me out my body. I'm still disappointed at so called adults needing to have screaming matches. Now I choose just to walk away. That's not something you can educate away. Not in that moment, like not in a day, like, and even if I can, it's a waste of effort and time that could be spent on people who are already on their journey, willing to listen, looking for that next nugget or kernel that they can use instead of trying to use one another. Use the knowledge, use the system, use the wisdom. I've been wanting this story for some time. So each of the alphabet boys has a place, a space where they employ outside people kind of unknowingly or sleight of handedly, so to speak, right? Uh, One of those places is the factory. The factory is where people go back to download information to snitch. A lot of times they work through staffing agencies. That way the government's not directly paying a snitch to snitch. The thing about these places is sometimes it's as much what you aren't saying as what you are, you know. Spirit says if you are working at one of these places, start leaving your device in your car. There's a honk confirmation over there. It was in the distance. So my French is terrible. Vive la resistance. Shout out to the resistance. It's time to stand up and make a difference. Do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. Start telling the truth. Tell the world what's been happening to you. They're listening. Spirit said it's a download for me too. It's there's been so much spiritual white noise. It's strange to know that I cut through it. Just me, the Most High, and my spiritual team. Shout out to the spiritual plushies. Spirit says one day we'll all know what that truly means, but there's some otherworldly beings who've been looking out for me too. I think it's pretty freaking cool because life has just felt so unreal. That song, Revolution by Arrested Development, is playing in my head, so to speak. Shout out to, what was his name? Speech, I think. Uh, the guy who interviewed me when I was 16. He looked a lot like him. He was a journalist in Kansas. I wish I had gotten a hold of Fonseca because he did a movie he had some part to play in a movie titled Bully. And I'm like, man, you want to talk about bully? Let's talk about spiritual bullying. Let's talk about financial bullying. Let's talk about using your authority to push people around. There's something about common ground. Spirit says we're standing on common ground. So, what about something pink? Something about a drink? Something about a wink? Someone is telling someone else, shh, don't think. She can hear what you're thinking. Stop thinking. Someone's like, man, I knew I shouldn't have let you drink. That's funny. Someone's having a margarita. I think I know who it is. I promise I won't say anything. Hey, Golden Goddess, how's your spirit? Have a good time. You earned it. Apologies. Um, Golden Goddess, I just decided to smoke a blunt and have a black and mild and chill because it's been a minute. It's been a wild ride and there's some things happening and it, when you have certain abilities, it's hard not to focus on them. You know what I mean? Like I try not to listen to other people's thoughts, but sometimes they get like um, excited, and it's like a, you know what a spontaneous utterance is? Okay, okay, you do, but this is for everybody in the room, coming in, watching later, doing that YouTubian thing, right? A spontaneous utterance in a law is like when you just let something loose, you just let it fly out your mouth without thinking, and before you know it, you snitched on yourself. Y'all doing a lot of that shit. Ooh, your community walls is just like, ooh, with spontaneous utterance after utterance after utterance. I'm like, holy shit, man. Anyway. So, but it's like a spiritual, spontaneous utterance. Like they just start to get excited. They panic a little bit and just start letting random things fly. It's this kind of a neat experience, but again, like, um, it's not a parlor trick, so it's not something that I just am out here doing just for shits and giggles. um, this is more like someone told someone else to watch me, or they were watching me together. It's like making believers out of some people, put it that way. But again, it's not one of those things that I I do on a whim. It's like that. I know, right? I'm high and I'm getting ready to tell a Bible story, me of all people. But anyway, it's like that story, in the Bible where, shoot, okay, um, like, yeah, I can get God to do a miracle, but I'm not gonna get him to do a miracle just for you. Like, I'm not a dog and he isn't either. We don't jump through hoops. You know what I'm saying? Now, God's pretty groovy, so he'll jump rope with you, but like, what he ain't gonna do. Yeah, nah. So, like, the gifts and abilities that are given to us are a way of making people aware that miracles do exist. Pay attention, though. Because once you know, you know. And the sheep you are no more. Something about a weed store. Something about a feed store. Now that's different. That's spirit. It could be the ancestors talking to me because someone's like, they need more weed. Listen, I got the coolest ancestors on the block, my guy. I don't know. Something about an El Camino. I don't know who's in the El Camino. I don't know who owns an El Camino. Maybe my godfather did. He was the ish to me, honestly. Like, I think he was, I don't know, like, masculinity to me is the amalgamation of three men, I think. My uh, father who raised me, my godfather, Adele Kelly Register, and my grandfather, Jennings Booth Moore. They were characters in a way. And what I mean by that is, like, they were the embodiment of a certain type of men. Like, my godfather was cool money. Like, he was new money, but he was used to it. My grandfather was working hard for money. Um, Trying to get comfortable with it. And my father was kind of by any means necessary. We're gonna keep this thing going. You know? Like the keep fighting type. Like those 3. They showed love unconditionally. They showed up in amazing ways. Nah, they didn't always know what to say. They kind of knew what to do from each dude's perspective. So like it's crazy, an amalgamation of those three. Maybe it doesn't exist. Spirit says it does exist. Spirit says put it on a wish list. Something about a wish list. An Amazon wish list. And buy me a coffee has a wish list on it. Someone's trying to copy my wish list. It just put a payment on it. Purchase anything on the wish list. That's it. I don't know. I'm really ready to move forward. I have some bright ideas in mind. All things in due time, though. I don't know. It's getting cold. I think I'm gonna go inside. Y'all keep your spirit up. I'll see you in the streams. Peace.